Let me ask you something. Have you ever tried something and it didn't work? Maybe you studied hard for an exam and still failed. Maybe you applied for a job and never got the call back. Maybe you started something you believed in and it fell apart. In that moment, it feels like the world is telling you one thing: you're not good enough. But what if that moment, that painful, embarrassing, frustrating moment, was actually the moment you gained an advantage over everyone who is too afraid to try? Today, I want to talk about something most people misunderstand. Failure, not as a setback, but as one of the most powerful advantages you can ever have. Today, we're going to uncover how you can turn your failures into your greatest competitive advantage. Let me start with a simple truth. Nobody likes failing. Not the students trying to pass exams, not the young professionals trying to impress their bosses, not the startup founders pitching investors. Failure hurts. It bruises your ego. It makes people doubt you. Sometimes it even makes you doubt yourself. But here's the twist. Most people miss. Every mistake gives feedback. Every rejection gives direction. Every setback gives insight, no matter where you come from. Whether you're a student, a young professional starting your career, a parent trying to build a better life, or someone chasing a dream later in life. Failure visits everyone. Different languages, different cultures, different countries, but the experience is the same. You try, you fall. You question yourself, and sometimes you wonder if you should just give up. But here's the truth. Most successful people eventually discover failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. Think about the first time you tried to ride a bicycle. You didn't jump on the bike and glide perfectly down the street. You wobbled and fumbled. You lost balance. You probably fell once, maybe twice, maybe 10 times. But imagine if the first time you fell, someone said, "See, you're not meant to ride a bike." And you believed them. You would have missed out on something you can now do without even thinking. Life works the same way. Many of the skills, opportunities, and successes we enjoy today were built on earlier failures we refused to stop at. Failure gives you 3 powerful advantages that success alone cannot teach. First, clarity. When something doesn't work, it forces you to ask questions. What went wrong? What could I do differently? Every failure removes guesswork. It teaches you what doesn't work, bringing you closer to what does. Second, growth. When everything goes smoothly, we rarely change. But failure pushes us to improve. Students find better ways to study. Professionals sharpen their skills. Entrepreneurs rethink their strategies. Failure is uncomfortable, but it is also a powerful teacher. Third, courage. Something amazing happens after you fail and keep going. You realize that failure is not the end. You survive it. And once you understand that, you become brave enough to try things most people avoid. In many communities around the world, markets are full of small businesses. Someone sells food. Someone repairs phones. Someone runs a small clothing stall. If you ask many of these business owners about their journey, you'll hear something interesting. Their first attempt often didn't work. The first product didn't sell. The first idea didn't attract customers. But instead of quitting, they learned. They adjusted, they tried again. And over time, those small lessons turned into experience, something no textbook can fully teach. The difference between people who eventually succeed and those who stay stuck is not intelligence. It's not background. It's not even opportunity. Often, the difference is simple. One group sees failure as a final judgment. The other sees it as valuable feedback. Here's a practical habit you can start using today. Whenever something doesn't work, ask yourself 3 questions. What happened? What did I learn from it? What will I try differently next time? If you do this consistently, failure becomes less frightening. Instead of stopping you, it guides you. So here's my challenge for you today. Think of one thing you've been avoiding, a dream you haven't started, a goal you keep postponing, an opportunity you're afraid to try. Take one small step toward it today. Not because you're guaranteed to succeed, but because every attempt teaches you something. and every lesson moves you closer to where you want to be. Remember, the road to success is rarely a straight line. It twists, it turns. Sometimes it knocks you down, but each time you get back up, you gain something powerful. Experience, strength, and wisdom. And those things create a competitive advantage that no one can take away from you. If this message resonated with you, like this video, follow for more, and share it with someone who needs to hear it today.